This man spent every day using bizarre methods to make himself stronger, like placing knives under his feet during squats and taking small doses of poison to build up his stamina. He even burned himself with charwood to toughen his body. He wasn't sick or anything. This was all preparation for going to prison. American prisons are extremely dangerous. Being a con artist made his chances of survival almost impossible. Fortunately, he had deep pockets and hired a top-tier fighting coach to train him. Every morning he'd chug down some foul-smelling protein shake. Then came the punishment training, getting beaten with just about every torture device imaginable. After practicing with various weapons, he had to learn the most difficult martial arts finger techniques. But when he tried to break like a master, his fingers just bent backward. 3 months later, the man had finally developed serious skills and was ready for prison. While skinny inmates were crying their eyes out, our guy stayed cool as a cucumber. When some big dude tried to intimidate him, he quickly had the guy screaming in pain. He knew he had to prove himself in prison. So he found a 6'6" for 140-pound beast harassing some good-looking man. He challenged a monster right there in front of everyone. The beast immediately said he would teach him a lesson, but after a few rounds, he ended up with 3 broken fingers. Then our guy knocked out the white supremacist leader with 1 punch. The whole prison atmosphere started to shift. The man landed a job in the warden's office, where he discovered corruption in the prison finance. He overheard them plotting to sell the prison and convert it into a vacation resort to make a fortune. To save inmates who weren't really bad at heart, he established a new rule to stop violence. Anyone who broke his orders would face him one-on-one. The only exception was sex offenders who were fair game. Soon all the inmates became friends, and everyone started living peacefully like a school instead of a prison. Even racial tensions disappeared completely. Everyone was happy, but the warden was furious to fast-track selling the prison. The warden forced the man to step down, stripped away all privileges, and promised early release. The man started having nightmares about losing his loved ones. Feeling overwhelmed, he publicly abolished all the rules. Without his authority keeping everyone in line, violence returned to the prison. The warden was thrilled to see things back to normal. The next day, an inspection team arrived as scheduled. The warden told the man to stay quiet for 5 minutes, and he'd be free. The warden had already secretly armed the inmates, instructing them to deliberately cause deaths. When they saw the inspection team, to avoid complications, the warden arranged bail for the man. But he remembered his friends. His whole personality suddenly changed. He started cursing out the inspection team on purpose. He decided to stay and protect everyone. Just as the inmates were about to grab weapons, he ran toward the office. But his former training partner was already there. The guy had been bought off by the warden, and an intense fight broke out. The man was physically weaker, but he remembered his master's training. He used his ultimate Shaolin Kung Fu moves and defeated his former training buddy. Meanwhile, 2 gangs pulled out their weapons, shouting and preparing to fight, not knowing the guards had already taken up sniper rifles. The man rushed up to the roof just in time, but with a gun pointed at his head, he couldn't stop the riot below. Then his cellmate turned on the radio and started playing music. Everyone began dancing. The mayor was absolutely livid. His entire plan had fallen apart.